decirle al doctor que necesito tomarse todo. No, ni nadie te dice que nadie está dicho así. Oh, you got it from there?
Wing Marine Aircraft Group 11 and PMFAT 502 are about to present the F-35B Lightning II, the world's first short takeoff, vertical landing, and Steve-off stealth fighter. In front of you and to the left, the F-35B is positioning for takeoff. Today's flight demonstration will consist of both the conventional and short takeoff and vertical landing modes of flight. The demonstration flown today by Major Craig Turner, call sign Chuckles.
Great to be here. Great day for an air show. It's going to help compensate what you're seeing out there. I'm another pilot, F-35 pilot over here at pretty uncomfortable. Chuckles is going to be pulling about 7.5 G's in this turn to get him in register, and it's pretty great.
That'll happen right here at Show Center as the jet comes in now from the left. And in full afterburner, the turn in front of us tightly all the way around as Chuckles sets up for that first maneuver.
So Chuckles is going to go from right to left. He's going to be going just close to the somewhere about 800 miles per hour.
I love it with paper today. There's enough moisture in the air.
Yeah, the good part about having low ceilings is that there's more moisture and it's going to obviously look a lot better.
Make it clouds. Great to be your cameras too. So that we're the grandson of Level
flight instructor.
That is integral, Captain.
We had a transonic bubble last night. I saw it. I did. I saw it.
The aircraft returns again. The pilots are going to open the weapon bay doors located on the belly of the aircraft, showing the internal ordnance carrying capability. That's what gives it all its speed. It doesn't have to hang it out on the wings and stuff, and we'll get to see where that happens.
Yeah, so part of the reason the F-35 is a fifth-gen aircraft is because it has weapon bay doors and it keeps the ordnance internal. So you'll see the F-22 and the F-35 have these weapon bay doors, and all the other fourth-gen aircraft, they generally hang their ordnance on the outside.
So get your cameras ready, and you'll see this clearly. As Chuckles comes in, starts to bank away from us and open the doors. Chuckles, you see, it's all that, right? It's a big lots of glass. The most powerful and comprehensive integrated sensor package of any fighter aircraft in history. These sensors, they can take it into combat, they get all sorts of information, they can also jam, raise. There's so much this jet can do. And that's some of the stuff you can't talk about, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. The F-35 is very good at detecting things, and it's very good at staying undetected. That's about it.
Survivability of the pilot has become a primary thing. Get the jet back, get the pilot back from mission 2. And it's one of the things that I really appreciate about the jet too, and the design that's gone into this.
Yeah, just from left to right, it's going to set up for a slow speed pass. So he was just going about 800 miles an hour. He's going to slow down to about 90 to 100 miles per hour, which is, there's actually some big tactical implications for that. For dogfighting, it's often beneficial to go as slow as possible. So we're just kind of showing you what the F-35 is capable of.
And it's a high angle of attack, which means Chuckles can't really see forward all that well, except with the technology in that helmet. That must help in this situation a great deal.
Yeah, we pitched up about 30 degrees. He can't really see forward unless he decides to display the helmet through the aircraft, in which case he can. But he has a safety observer here, making sure he's staying online. And yeah, just looking out the left, looking out the right, and just making sure his airspeed stays as slow as possible. It's not disrupting.
It looks like it's flat. These high-speed passes, it looks like it's just floating there. But look at those control surfaces moving. You must notice that when you're flying as well.
Yeah, luckily the aircraft does most of the work for you. But like I was saying, in the dogfighting world, there are often times where you want the other aircraft to flush out in front of you. So right now, it's going to simulate a really just trying to fly slow, but then
think we're going to get the jet slowed down and the fans open, but I think he's going to put some heat on again.
Yeah, so he's setting up right now from left to right for the tack pitch. So you'll see him go around at about 300 feet, and he's basically just going to show the nose authority of the aircraft, pulling as hard as he can, and just see the rate of pitch change at the center of the airfield.
And photographers and anybody for your socials, this is cool content because this will be your best shot of that burner all lit up and everything as the jet breaks out here in front of us.
It's my favorite maneuver by a long shot.
Oh yeah, it's probably the loudest as well. There's the, once it starts hovering, it's pretty loud too, but for the burner, prepare to hear and feel it.
Takeoff vertical landing mode. So right now he is slowing down into an airspeed envelope of about 180 to 250 knots. And then he'll see what's called a red light appear, and then he'll just push the button. He pushes a button, and the aircraft just converts to STOVL on its own with really no input from the pilot. It takes about 15 seconds, and then now the aircraft's in STOVL. And we'll talk more about that when it gets closer.
Well, the three of us here, Steph and Matt, we had the opportunity to get to Lockheed Martin and where they manufacture these things, get a tour and get to sit in the sim, and they programmed it so that, I don't know where you decided to land yours, Steph, but I landed on the Strip at Vegas. Simulated, of course.
Carrier, I went for a carrier, but what was interesting is, given that I was not even a student pilot at the time, the ease with which you could take off the jet, because it's intended to really be a weapons delivery system and an information gathering system. So they made the flying portion of it relative to older airframes easy, dare I say. I think easy is an overstatement, but you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, absolutely. We always joke this is the easiest aircraft to fly, but because of that, it comes with a lot of responsibilities. A lot of it's expected from you tactically because it has so much situational awareness.
They have thought of everything in this design, this fifth gen F-35B, and what it's known for now, as you get a demonstration, once the jet gets back here towards center stage, you're going to start open. You're going to see things open up, aren't you?
Yeah, basically, it looks like actually seeing another Mach run.
You saw that?
It's fun away as possible.
There's a reason for
It looked like he did over there.
what an incredibly complex flying and all of the way the loading and thrust goes, and describing it, because that whole trail section.
Yeah, so basically what's happening is you go from conventional mode where all the lift is produced by lift the aero balloon. And now we're taking vertical landing where the actual nozzle and the back of the aircraft is pointing down, and part of the lift is being operated by aircraft to go right in front of the first engine.
And it's at the extremities of the aircraft too, toward the wingtips as well.
Yeah, there's really simply there's basically four columns where you have a forward lift fan that produces air, that produces air, all pointing down, and you have sort of two shorter columns on each wing. So they're all balanced in each other.
that he can bring it almost, well, he will bring it to a hover here.
Yeah, so he's probably around 200 knots, and he's going all the way down to a hover. So he's about to get really loud, and he's about to come to a hover right up near where the Blue Angels are, and really, like I said, that engine is now spooling up, that thrust is pointing down, and it's really just balancing itself.
Not much sense in us even trying to say anything more until he comes out of this mode, so let's just watch.
Get over the spot, he would get some calls out from the landing signal officer, and he would hand the stick forward.
How you doing there?
My watch is already my Apple Watch says I'm in a loud environment.
Yeah.
And then during the hover it said, it seems you've fallen down. Should we call SOS?
The other day I told it to yes, but I don't think it ever. You look even worse yesterday. That's fun. It's great to see that. And every time I see it, it reminds me of just how incredible this new machine is. It's good to say new. It's been out a number of years now. It's just still so incredibly impressive to see. An airplane hovering. This is going to be a rolling landing.
Yeah, this is what we call a rolling vertical landing, simulating being in stable mode and shorting and landing on the shortest amount of runway possible.
Look at this.
Everybody applauding back there. Well, yeah, I'm in line.